right, if you guys clicked on this video, you're probably wondering, how's a walrus getting married? But it's not a walrus, it's the walrus. So Walrus is actually my buddy that I know online, going back nearly 12 13 years now. And well, I mean, I guess I have to take the story back a lot further than that, just for more context, because you know it's a long story and there's a lot of stuff going behind this trip that I'm about to go on. So like you know, about, sorry, I try not to get the locals too much in the film, where even though this is like a public, like a hiking trail, there's a bunch of villages connected to it, and they don't really like the outsiders, especially when they're like throwing cameras around recording stuff. But yeah, about like when I was in university, like in my sophomore year, you know, I joined this Arma 3 group when Arma 3 first came out, and just wanted to, you know, play with the group, right? Everyone was doing operations, Arma 3 was still fresh, mods were coming out, and it looked interesting, and I'd always been a big Milsim fan, just never found a group of my own. So I came across this gaming general thread on 4chan for Arma 3, so it was A3 Arma 3 general, so A3G. So I joined them out of curiosity, and I ended up sticking around that group for, well, I still am part of the group, but I've been with them since like since the very day I joined, and that group was just amazing. I think there was no other Arma group like it. I mean, even if you guys know Shack and you know, all those other famous like Arma YouTubers from even back then, you know, those groups were cool. They had a lot of cool factor. But what they lacked that A3G had in spades was just like the constant want to play Arma and modify it, make missions. So yeah, with A3G we ended up playing operations like 3-4 hour long sessions sometimes, twice a day, every day, 7 days a week for almost 4 years straight. It was a gaming experience you really couldn't compare to anything else. You know, and I had my online friends and stuff I played games with, but this was different. It was like a group with a concerted effort to, you know, play Arma and make the most of our time with Arma. And you know, through that group I ended up making a lot of good friends there, a lot of good friends I consider closer than even some real life friends, and Walrus is one of them. So Walrus is my buddy from the US. He's been with A3G probably longer than I was. I think he was there before I joined. But I knew him since he was in high school. I was in college, but known him for a long time. And we still hang out on Discord and stuff like that, waiting for Arma 4 to come out so we can bring back the group. These things have definitely died off. We don't play ops every day anymore. Kind of done for with that. Arma 3 is just 10 years old now. It's just too much Arma, you know. Anyways, but you know, we still keep the group together. We still play other games and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, now we're getting older. I mean, we joined when we were all teenagers, and now it looks like a lot of us are starting to settle down, get married. A lot of cool life stuff going on. Try the camera this way, it's more interesting this way. So yeah, Walrus is definitely one of my closest friends from A3G, and yeah, so he's getting married in Austria, of all places. His fiance, I don't think she's from Austria, but she's Austrian resident, citizen, not sure. Never met her. Never met him. So yeah, everyone in A3G, pretty close knit team, you know, group. Everyone's met each other already, pretty much, except me. I've never met anyone from A3G in person. So just because I live far away from the States and in Europe, so not a whole lot of us out in Asia. So never met anyone yet, but you know, Walrus is one of my closest friends and he's getting married, so I can't miss that. Obviously I was invited along with a few other people from A3G. So yeah, the Walrus is getting married in about, what is it, week and a half, 2 weeks, in Graz, Austria. So I'm getting ready for my trip. Gonna fly out in a week and a half. Gonna fly through Dubai up into Austria, and I'm looking forward to it. Gonna get to meet him, some of the other boys from the group, and yeah, just be a good time. And hopefully whenever I get married, they'll do the same for me, come out here for my wedding. That'd be cool. Yeah, sorry, there's gonna be a lot of cuts in this video. One, like I said before, a lot of locals here don't like outsiders pointing cameras in their face, so I try to stop recording when I'm walking by locals just doing their supply runs on the weekend. But another part of it is, like, I've never done a video like this before, like I guess it's a vlog, and never considered or even wrote down a script of what I'm going to say today. I'm just kind of spilling out everything I can. Maybe some will make it to the final cut, some won't, who knows. But yeah, so I want to talk a bit more about A3G, because I think that's a really important part of my life. And people don't realize that, you know, online communities can be just as important and impactful to your life as, you know, real life communities. Oh, sorry about that. I had to pass through a village and they're not very keen on outsiders, like I said before. So I had to put the camera down. They have a rule. It's like behind me is a path, and if you stray off that path, they'll just call the police on you. I don't think they do it so much anymore, but like 2-3 years ago, they were adamant about getting people out of their village and just passing through only. So they would put up signs in English about get the hell out of our village, literally saying that in English. They'd have like old grandmas and grandpas out there with like little radio handsets just trying to report people who get off the path. Funny. Still kind of in the village, but nobody's really here. Whatever. Anyways, what I was talking about, it was like, you know, my time in A3G is like really important to me. Just because, you know, in my life and all the things I've done in the past decade and so, you know, I've been moving around, working hard, learning new things, you know, just a bunch of challenges and stuff like that. And you know, it's hard when you're on the go like this kind of lifestyle. Not that it's a lifestyle, I'm pretty comfortable here, but you know, this lifestyle away from home, it's it definitely helps to have something that's a bit of a constant in your life. And you know, I had a few things that were constants in my life, but A3G was definitely one of them. Like, I knew, I'll check this place out. These are pretty old buildings, probably 200 years old, maybe. Nah, probably not. More like, I don't know, 80 years old. But yeah, you know, it was nice to have A3G in my life. So it was a place I could always go to. I could hop in. Someone was always there to hang out with. Still is. Still very much is. But you know, I could, you know, just have friends. You know, it was like having friends in my pocket at all times. I could hop on Discord, TeamSpeak, whatever. Just, you know, have someone to talk to and be myself with. And I'm just not constantly in work mode all the time because of that, and I you know, pretty thankful for that. So yeah, A3G was just, you know, kind of there for me, and again still is, but you know, it was just there for me all the time. And I think it's time to meet some of the boys in person, you know, make it real. Where am I going? Left? Yeah. And I went right. What the fuck? So yeah, I want to talk more about A3G, actually, about what made it so cool. I mentioned before, you know, we used to do operations, and if you're not familiar with operations on Arma 3, basically it's like a big PvE event, and it's typically modded and customized missions through some of the game masters or whoever the mission and mod makers were. Check this out too, by the way. Now we're in the shade. what was cool about A3G was like, you know, we had modders, we had mission makers out the wazoo, so there was always something to play. And because we had such a large group of very enthusiastic people at a good time, right? Everyone was in college or high school. They had plenty of free time to play. Few of them were like working age adults, so it was just like the perfect storm for just having constant games. And these are cool because, like, you know, Milsim is all about immersion. And, you know, looking back, Arma 3 is not all that immersive compared to some of the games we have now. But, you know, at the time is what we had, and it was the best because you could modify it any way you wanted to. You could tune up and turn down the level of immersion, that sort of thing. You know, and yet your missions could take place anytime, anywhere, any decade. And, you know, it just kept things fresh for such a long time. I mean, 4 years of, you know, 2-3 hour long sessions of games twice a day, every single day, non-stop. You can't get like a group like that anymore these days. I feel like there's just too many games and too many reasons for people to be, you know, pulled away from the group. You know, Shack Tack's still around, but, you know, they kind of died off. But I think it's more towards the game just dying off as well, just being such an old game now. But just like I said, it's like, it was like the perfect storm. Everyone had time, everyone had the enthusiasm, and we had the means to make it happen. So, you know, it's just a type of game that you're just not going to find many others like it, where you can grow a community like that. So I think A3G is one of the coolest, you know, groups out there, communities to just like kind of be a part of. One of those things you kind of had to be there at the time to really enjoy the high points of it. But I'm kind of optimistic. I'm hoping Arma 4, once that releases, if it's anything like Arma 3, then I think I hope the group will come back in some level. And I think another point of that is, like, yeah, the group may come back, but I think we also need to recruit new people, newbies. I think we need to get away from 4chan. The site's dying down. The Arma generals have been moved over and kind of relegated to Milsim generals and stuff like that, where there's a lot more mixed variety of people there, not just Arma fans. Check this out. That's the international airport over there. Later on, I'll show you the huge bridge that goes across the bay. So, yeah, I think we have to broaden our horizon of where we get new people to join the group from, because that'll be a good time. I will make time to join those ops again. So yeah, I'm pretty optimistic. We just got to pull the trigger on when things start to become real, when Arma 4 comes around. So today I came out, get a hike in, because it's been raining flood weather, kind of flood warnings like the past couple days. Oh, we got a steep climb here. For like the past 3 weeks, it's just been non-stop raining, and I think this is like the only day where we get sunshine. So I'm trying to get a hike in before we go back to rain tomorrow. And I came out today. Oh, this is a steep climb. I came out today and it was beating hot out. No clouds in the sky, which is nice to look at, but it's the peak of summer right now. 90 degrees out, 90% humidity. So I was, you know, it was a 20-minute walk out to the trailhead here. And boy, the sun beat on me so hard. I was gonna quit. I was gonna go back home. I was sweating my ass off. I was already beat, you know, 10 minutes into my walk. Just the sun hitting you hard. I just wasn't feeling it either, but I knew I had to come out anyways. I'm gonna waste my day, my only day of sunshine. But I I kind of made it out to the trailhead. There's a public bathroom right next to it. Turns out I didn't know I had to go, but I went number 2. And surprising what having a number 2 does to your ability to re-energize and get back into it. So I started my walk, and despite some, you know, some vertical climbs I got to go through here, it's mostly a easy trail, mostly flat, and not sure if you can see it on camera too well, but a lot of tree coverage over my head, so a lot of shade. Not as hot. Yeah, gonna be a good hike. Last time I was here, about 3 months ago, I did this hike before. The end goal is to get to the end of the island and go to this cool village at the end, where it's all like on stilts because it's a village built on water, so it's like a water village. Cool place to hang out, eat, get food, take pictures. I'll show you guys at the end of this video. But yeah, last time I was here, I did the hike just fine. I made it to the end, hopped on a bus back to the town center, and I was feeling a bit queasy. I thought I was just dehydrated, and I was drinking water on the bus anyways. I brought water on the hike too, so I don't know what was going on. I must have been dehydrated, and the water I brought just wasn't enough. So yeah, I almost passed out on the train ride home. I thought I was gonna fall down in the middle of the train. I didn't, but felt like it. Definitely something, because like I could feel like my vision narrowing, but then I burped and everything. For some reason, after I burped, I just kind of felt normal again. So hopefully it's not gonna happen again. Doubt it's gonna happen again. I did some pre-hikes before this one, so I'm a bit more in shape than I was before. I also brought a lot more electrolyte drinks in my bag this time, so I'll do that, and I will take breaks along the trail, just the rest of it. Last time I powered through this whole thing, it's like a 3-hour hike. It might be flat, but it's like 3 hours, man, in the hot sun. So I'll just take breaks this time. Whenever I find a bench or a rest area, I'll take a break for like 10 minutes and just chill. Maybe I'll talk to the camera, use that time to talk to the camera a bit more. So that'll be my plan for today. You know, I've only been talking to the camera for like the past 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I can kind of see why people do this. I'm a bit camera shy, so this is my first time going on camera ever, really, like in a concerted effort. And I was always camera shy, and I figured that this would be a good opportunity for me to like kind of power through it and learn to not be camera shy anymore. Just kind of be myself and just be okay with that. Doesn't matter what I look like on camera, or how I talk, or what I've done, or if I make mistakes. I'll just do it. I'll just post whatever I can post that I think you guys might like. But I kind of see why people do this. It's like it's kind of therapeutic to talk to the camera, because you know, I can say whatever I want, what's on my mind. And I guess I just never had an outlet to do this before, because I work from home. So unless I'm talking to someone on Discord, I know one to talk to, no one to share my ideas and thoughts with on a regular basis, and in a way that lets me talk and no one else cuts me off. So this is kind of nice. It does feel very therapeutic, so maybe I'll do more of these. But I don't know what to talk about next. I'm gonna continue my hike. Just enjoy the view. I'll take some videos of things that I think are interesting for you guys to see, and when I think of something I'm gonna talk about next, yeah, you'll see me come up. So see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, I was gonna hike all the way to the village I'm going to, but I'm getting too winded and just I'm zapped of energy. I drank 2 bottles of water and a bottle of Bacardi Sweat, which is like Gatorade. I'm still exhausted, man. Part of it's I'm out of shape, but the other part of it is like just too hot. I looked at the temperature just now. It is 37 degrees Celsius. I think it's like near 100 degrees Fahrenheit with a humidity of like 75, 78%. I'm not making it. If I came out here in the morning, maybe I could have powered through it, but not gonna do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get across this little mountain here, and then on the other side is a village. I'll take a ferry to the village, to the village I'm going to. So I'll catch you guys when I get there. If you guys want an idea how utterly hot it is right now, my shirt is dry. You can see I'm sweating buckets, but it's so hot that 2 minutes walking in direct sunlight when I'm out of the trees just dries off my shirt immediately. So yeah, I think I'm gonna not do the rest of the hike, because the rest of the hike is over another mountain that's much bigger than the one I just went on. If I do that, I'm gonna be dead for sure. So I'm gonna hit a ferry. It'll take me halfway there, and I'll hike the rest in. Basically, I'm just skipping the mountain part because I just can't do that. It's too much. I could feel the back of my neck getting goosebumps, and I'm feeling a little bit chilly when I'm exerting myself. It's not a good sign. I'm hydrated, I think. I've been drinking a lot of water. Don't know what's going on, but I'm just tired. I think it's just too hot. So I'm gonna get out of here, get into a nice cool ferry, make my way to the village. It's all ripped up now, but this sign, the English part at the bottom that's ripped up now, it says like no visitors allowed, just stay on the main path and don't get off the main path, or we'll call the authorities or something like that. So yeah, they for a time they were very adamant about getting people out of here. They still kind of are, but they're less vocal about it now. Just thought that was interesting. What's even funnier is they don't want visitors in their village, but they want to sell them stuff still. So take that for what it means. I am fucking baking right now. It is hot as hell down towards the coast where I'm at right now, trying to get to the pier, and this blacktop like trail is just baking me from underneath. It's worse. The sun beating on me is like half as hot as what's coming up below me on the ground. I'm surprised my shoes aren't melting into the damn sidewalk right now. I definitely need to get to this ferry. It's I overestimated. Oh, check that out, a chimney. Never seen that before. Red brick chimney in Hong Kong. Weird. It must be for a incense prayer site, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I think I bit off more than I can chew today. Definitely gonna grab this ferry and show you guys the Tayo and then get the hell out of here. All right, we made it. Now we're in the village. Let's check it out. If I'm not mistaken, there's a really good seafood place over here. I'll try to get some, I don't know, mussels, clams. Let's find it. Alright, well, there's not much more to see here, so I'm gonna head back home. Thought it was an interesting town, and it's the easiest way to get back from a bus. So I'm gonna head to the bus station, call it a day. Looks like the seafood place is closed, so oh well. Till next time. I'm probably not gonna eat here because I don't get car sick, but the bus that I'm going on, it like drives crazily fast on the side of a mountain with a steep, like, you know, flat face drop, and it's a double-decker bus. It's the only bus in the world that I get car sick on, is that specific route from here back to the city. So I'm definitely not gonna eat or I'm gonna hurl.